Great morning, everybody. Great morning. Great morning. I see you, Trinidad. Great morning. Great to have you in the house this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Good morning, Facebook. Great morning, in fact. Great morning, Facebook. Great morning, Instagram. And great morning, YouTube. Great morning again to Trinidad for being the first in the house. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I do. Awesome. 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 Great morning, everybody. What's going on out there? Welcome to the Mitch Race podcast. I am Mitch Race. And I help seasoned, middle-aged, professional men, women who are distracted, unclear, don't know their value, gain clarity and vision so they can become the best version of themselves while earning the desired high-level income to match their image. That's who I am. I'm an image strategist. I help people to kind of figure out what's going on the inside and the outside of them, what's hindering them from achieving next level greatness. And I help to move you to the next level of greatness that you are capable of. And you are also very, very capable of that. Good to see you. I'm going to just go back to the timeline a little bit and see what we got going on. Covington, Georgia. Awesome to see you in the house. And jump over to Facebook. As we try to do that, and sometimes we get in, sometimes we don't. It's like sort of like Facebook is sort of like one of those private clubs, you know, sometimes you get in, sometimes you don't. There's a bouncer at the door. But this is not an exclusive club. It's open to everybody, okay? But I see you. Good morning. Great morning. Great morning. All right. So listen, let's get kind of like right into it. As we go through this day, hope everybody's doing great. You guys are such icons out here. This morning on the Mitch Race podcast, we are going to talk about 6 ways to effectively use confidence and assertiveness. And before we do that, it's going to be probably useful to unpack both of these a little bit. Confidence is believing in yourself and your abilities, while assertiveness is communicating that confidence in a direct and respectful way. And I kind of want to go back over that a little bit because I got lost in the translation somehow. 6 ways to effectively use confidence and assertiveness. And before we do that, and now unpack, confidence is believing in yourself and your abilities, while assertiveness is communicating that confidence in a direct and respectful way. In essence, confidence is an internal feeling, and assertiveness is how you express that feeling outwardly. Confidence. This is about your self-belief, the internal conviction that you can handle situations, make good decisions, and that you're truly capable. Assertiveness. This is about how you express your needs and wants in a clear, direct, and respectful manner. It's about standing up for yourself, standing up for your rights, standing up for what's right, without being aggressive. Simpler terms, confidence, you feel like you're good enough. You feel like you are enough. Assertiveness, you speak up for what you believe in and need. And let's keep some key differences in mind. Internal versus external. Confidence is an internal state, while assertiveness is an external action. Respectful versus aggressive. Assertiveness is not about being pushy or aggressive, but about expressing yourself respectfully, while also standing up for yourself. In short, again, confidence is the belief that you have in yourself, and assertiveness is how you communicate that belief in a way that respects both yourself and others. Really super important to get those things down, particularly when it comes to things like you're whether or not you're being aggressive, or whether you need to be aggressive, or do you need to be assertive, or do you need to be confident. And sometimes I think what's happened, and somehow or another, and there's a lot of reasons for it. Certainly, social media and media in general can take the hit on this one a little bit, because it sort of like has shown Hollywood has done a lot of glorifications of things, particularly what is confidence. And usually sometimes with confidence, you'll see some burly guy, or walking around, just walking down the street. I'm confident, and I think that we've taken a lot of license for that in movies. I think we've ads, even for women, where they've shown that confidence is something else about a woman, and the confidence is just so many more things, and there's so much unpack and so much value in it, that it doesn't really lead itself to these glorifications, and these things have entered our mainstream and entered our psyche, and we've transferred that on, and even a lot of young people are picking up on what they think confidence is. They think it's swagger, they think it's bravado, they think it's a lot of different things. And that's kind of like why I wanted to kind of unpack this a little bit, talk about the key differences and things a little bit, outline these things, look at them, have us dialogue about them, have us talk about these things, have us start to really um have conversations of the day about what we feel confidence is, what others think it is, what when we see it, if we see a movie or something like that, do we question anything about the content of that movie in how it displays a person that is confident, or has value, or what value is, what self-worth is, things like that, self-esteem, really what those things are. So now that we've unpacked that just a little bit, let's go into the 6 ways to effectively use confidence and assertiveness. To effectively use confidence and assertiveness, consider these 6 strategies. Cultivate confidence in your abilities and opinions. Model assertive behavior by practicing and observing others. Communicate your needs and preferences clearly using I statements, and learn to handle feedback constructively while setting healthy boundaries. Additionally, practice saying no and manage conflict positively, valuing yourself and believing in your own capabilities. Got to believe in yourself. So now let's break this down. Let's go into this breakdown. Number one, cultivate confidence. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Practice positive self talk and focus on your strengths. These are two excellent ways to help develop your confidence muscle. Consequently, both believing in yourself and practicing positive self talk, when done regularly, can help you make great gains in effectively using confidence and assertiveness. Number two, model assertiveness. Observe and emulate assertive individuals and gradually incorporate their communication style into your own. Emulating or modeling is an effective way to do this. And we've probably done this naturally without even realizing that we've been doing it. We're not even aware of it. There are a few people I've learned from that have this quality. I have modeled myself from them. Communicate clearly. Yeah, that was a hard one to say, but yeah, it's worth getting good at. So I'm going to practice that. Communicate clearly. Use I statements to express your needs and preferences without being accusatory. I would add to that to try to monitor your body language and your vocal tone, because those things sometimes, when we're communicating to people, invariably they can cause mischief. They really do. In how we speak, the tone that we use, the words that we use. We have to watch our body language. You have to watch our fingers. Sometimes the finger gets to wagging and doing other things, which ain't cool. And we start getting uptight. We get bent up out of shape. We get offended. We get defensive. All of those things. And we have to be mindful. And yes, do give yourself some grace if you have done some of those things. I certainly have. But what we're talking about is cultivating confidence and assertiveness. And these are things that we have to learn. These are learned behaviors. And they take time from individual to individual. Number 4, practice assertive skills. Actively practice assertive techniques such as saying no, setting boundaries, and expressing your opinions. The key here is to actively practice. Make it an agenda. Look to actively incorporate these valuable assertive skills into your life and put them into use. When you're given an opportunity to say no, don't just say no just for the sake of saying no. Say no because it's actually a belief of yours that you have. And say no because it impinges on one of your boundaries. You can do that. Give yourself permission. But in order to practice these skills, you have to incorporate them into your life. And you do need to make it an agenda. It does need to be highlighted as one of those things to help protect you and to build you. So you can get out there and help build others as well that have been broken by this. Number 5, manage feedback, managing conflict. Learn to handle feedback constructively, seeking out and using it to improve your skills and communication. There are a lot of people with this, but managing feedback and conflict is a powerful skill. There are a lot of people that have this skill, and it is something that is worth getting good at, getting great at, in fact. It may start with learning to manage your own ego, our own ego, I should say, and working on other behaviors like defensiveness and trust issues. And number 6, value yourself. Recognize your worth and believe in your abilities, which will naturally enhance your confidence and assertiveness. I really hope that you're all getting value and you've gotten value from this. And I'm going to go to our comments and take a good look and see what's going on with people. I see you out there, Strong Island. Welcome. As I gloss over some of these comments, because we have taken this in for a landing, believe it or not. I didn't want to be before you long. I wanted to give you some value because you are valuable, and this topic is actually valuable. And I'm just blessed and highly favored to be able to cover this. I'm going to go over some of them. In fact, I'm going to go over. I'll go over the list to make sure we've got it, and then I'm going to go to comments, both Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see if we can go into YouTube. But anyway, number 1, 6 ways to effectively use confidence and assertiveness. Cultivate confidence. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Model assertiveness. Observe and emulate assertive individuals. Communicate clearly. I'm having a hard time with that this morning, but I love it. Communicate clearly. Use I statements to express your needs and preferences without being accusatory and aggressive. Practice assertive skills. Actively practice assertive techniques, such as saying no, setting boundaries, and expressing your opinions. Number 5, Manage feedback, manage conflict. Learn to handle feedback constructively. Look at it as a way to help you improve your skills and your communication. Look at it as a way of making you better than what you already are, making you greater, helping position you for next level greatness. And the next one, value yourself. Value yourself. Recognize your worth and believe in your abilities because you are valuable. Each and every one of you are valuable. You have value, but you have to take time out to recognize that. And somehow or another, on this planet of distraction and just everything else going on, and sort of like everybody sort of like wanting you to just take your focus off of you and put it on them and what's going on, when you need the time, when you need to take the time to value yourself, when you need to have space and you need to give yourself permission and give yourself space, give yourself that time to learn about yourself, to know yourself. When they say know thyself, know thyself, know thyself, how do you get to know yourself if you don't take the time out and if you're overly distracted? You can't. So you have to take the time out to do those things. And when you know yourself, you value yourself. And when you value yourself, you will value others a lot differently and a lot better and a lot more effectively. And people do need to know that they are valuable. And we need to be able to communicate that value. And you can't do it if you don't know yourself and if you don't know that you're value and that you're valuable. If you don't really understand how to unpack your value. So now I'm going to go to some comments, and I see a few here. Yes, I'm in agreement. Know thyself is such an important topic. It is. Constructive criticism is often difficult to receive. Yes, that part. It is. But so is also appreciating yourself when someone says thank you to you and you don't know how to handle the compliment. So, in as much as yes, constructive criticism is often difficult to receive. I've been there. I've been on both ends of that. But we also have to learn how to, with grace, accept compliments. But that is on point. Amazing value. I'm glad you're getting amazing value, Trinidad. Thank you. Empowering as always. Thank you so much, Strong Island. Thank you. I see a lot of you have already checked in and said great morning. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anyone. I see that we're getting value. I'm just not sure exactly where this particular icon is from, but I'll just say that she's that these are her. These are this is her ID. See, and I know who you are. I just don't know where you're from, which is strange. I don't know why I don't know this. CBR33ZY. Put it in there where you're from. But thank you for being with. Thank you for joining us. Very informative. I know, of course, I know who this is too. And again, just not sure where you're from either. Put it in there. Okay, I don't want to have to say the name. Say my name, say my name. I have too much fun sometimes with all of this, and I don't mind it at all. Dallas, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I knew that. I happen to love Dallas. I was in Houston. It was very hot, very, very hot. Okay, I'm going to jump over for a minute and jump over to Facebook and say hello. I see you out there, Facebook. These are jewels for me. Thank you. The initials are ER. And you are wonderful, such a wonderful human being. I don't, we got to the point where we don't say names because I guess that, when we have to repurpose this, the content, that we don't have to, we can't edit it out and all that kind of good stuff. But I think I'm going to go back to that. We're going to see. But I want to thank you, ER, on Facebook. Value myself, getting better. Took a step for me just this morning. That is awesome. That's what I'm talking about. BH, I see you in the house. BH, amen. BH, good to see you, brother. I know who you are. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the Mitch Race podcast. So appreciated. So grateful. Amazing support. If you have anything else you'd like to add, please feel free. I am going to read these comments because it looks like we're pretty good on time, and I'm grateful for that. Because I don't want it to be any longer than it needs to be, but we got the content. We've got the advice. We got the love. We got the support in the building. So I want to say this to you all. I love what I do. I absolutely do. I feel really grateful to be walking in my calling and blessed and highly favored to be doing what I do as an image strategist. To me, there is nothing more fulfilling than image strategy at this point in time. And I'm so excited to be able to learn that and to share image strategy and self-image concepts and self-esteem, self-worth, confidence. Yeah, all of these things that go into us as as complicated as we can be. And any way that I can help you, and I mean that, any way that I can help you, I just want you to feel free to DM me. I want you to DM me. DM me with Confidence 2025. And the first people that really want my help and are dealing with some issues that they like to talk about and unpack some value, so you can get somewhere, so you can get going to be the next best person, the highest level person that you can possibly be. Better. Let's put it like that. To be what you want to be. To be more confident, to be more useful, to be more purposeful, maybe even to unpack your purpose because you don't know it. Because there are levels to all of this, levels to being the next best level of ourselves when we level up. But if you DM me Confidence 2025, I will give you 30 minutes of my time, 30 minutes of free time to help get you to that next level, to help get you to that 6-figure self-image. And if you do that, it'll be time worth invested in, because you got to invest in yourself. And free is free, but free costs. It costs in the sense that it costs you the investment of time and trust that you place in me for me to be able to help you unpack your value. And that's really the bottom line to all of this. Because it's not about money. It's not about making money through this. It's about adding value and about assuring that people come out with value and become their valuable selves, their best valuable selves. Because what I've learned is you don't use money, you don't use people for the purposes of money. You use money to build people. And on that note, I want to say thank you. You're all spectacular for being here and hanging in there. And I want you to have a tremendous, tremendous weekend. Do some kind things for yourself. Do some kind things for others. Speak kindly to yourself, please. Build yourself. What's the confident thing that you need to do today? What's the resilient thing that you need to do today? What is the thing that you need to do today to escalate and elevate your own value? How can you be valuable to others? How can you escalate someone else's value? How can you help them? How can you do it? But ask yourself some questions too. Are you taking great care of yourself? Are you practicing the things that you need to practice to get better? Do you know what those things are? Are you afraid of some things? Are you where's the point that you're coming from? Take some time out with yourself. Love yourself. So those are the things I wanted to share with you. Those are some of the things that are on my mind. Obviously, sometimes we have a lot of things on our mind and we can't say everything. But if we don't say anything, and if we don't make the attempt to say it, no matter how it comes out, well, then we're not going to grow and we're not going to learn, and we're not going to be helpful. We're not going to help somebody unpack themselves so they can discover their gift and unwrap themselves. We're not going to do it. That's why I take the time out. I take the energy out to make sure that I do it no matter what. But again, I am so grateful for you all being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for everything that you did last week, and I saw you out there doing your thing. Thank you. Loved it. Got great value from every minute of it. We'll see you next week. Until then, reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. This has been the Mitch Race Podcast. See you soon.